I think most actors' dream is to be able to do a period piece film, but I got to do an every period piece film.
If you've ever walked down the beauty aisle and admired the dominance of star-endorsed products, today's story might make you think again. Blake Lively's highly publicized hair care brand, once a staple at Target, appears to have quietly vanished from store shelves, leaving fans puzzled and speculation running wild. What began as mild confusion soon spiraled into a full-blown online frenzy when shoppers noticed the empty spots where her signature products once stood. Attempts to order online frequently returned unavailable notices. At first, fans chalked it up to a temporary restock issue, common for celebrity-driven launches that often sell out fast. But as the silence stretched on, more dramatic theories began circulating. Social media users speculated that Target hadn't merely delayed restocking, but had possibly pulled the line altogether, perhaps due to disputed marketing claims or behind-the-scenes disagreements. The retailer has yet to release any official statement, fueling further curiosity. Across TikTok, X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, debates raged. Was the brand underperforming? Was there a contract dispute? Or did something deeper threaten the harmony between Blake Lively's polished image and the brand's messaging? Loyal fans initially dismissed the rumors, pointing to standard supply chain delay notices that retailers often post. Yet the evidence in stores told a different story. Shelves once lined with Lively's products were now stocked with competing brands, a sharp contrast for a line that previously enjoyed prime placement and heavy promotion. The question became impossible to ignore. What could have prompted Target to risk cutting ties with one of Hollywood's most beloved stars? Before this alleged fallout, Blake Lively's hair care venture seemed destined for massive success, powered by her fame, sleek branding, and loyal following. But the unfolding situation reveals just how fragile celebrity ventures can be. A single rumor, even without proof, can spark massive speculation, hurt sales, and shift public perception overnight. As fans and industry insiders scramble to separate fact from fiction, the episode stands as a striking reminder. In the modern beauty world, no celebrity brand is truly untouchable. This story not only spotlights social media's influence in shaping public opinion, but also serves as a cautionary tale about the volatile balance between fame, marketing, and retail alliances. What began as a few missing bottles on Target shelves has now evolved into a full-fledged warning for the beauty industry, proof that even the most glamorous celebrity-backed empires can fall victim to the power of rumor.
Tough adjustment in our house, but it's good. I mean, I have two other daughters, so my oldest is very into the baby, but my middle child, not so much. But we're thinking of keeping her.
Does she like play with her? What does she think?
Well, she sort of like pretends to play with her. So like in the beginning, our oldest is like loving on her, and she's like very maternal, and then our middle daughter is just keeps away.
Appearing everywhere as a living embodiment of her products, she showcased her trademark voluminous, perfectly styled hair as proof of their power. For years, both fans and fashion magazines had obsessed over her hair routine, breaking down every brush, serum, and styling technique she mentioned. So when Lively unveiled a full line of shampoos, conditioners, treatments, and styling essentials, it seemed like a seamless extension of her public persona, a celebrity famed for her flawless hair now sharing her secret directly with consumers. Marketing experts hailed the launch as a masterstroke in branding. Blake's image, polished yet down-to-earth, resonated with audiences who viewed her as relatable rather than unreachable. In interviews, she emphasized her commitment to ethically sourced ingredients, cruelty-free testing, and eco-friendly packaging, framing the brand not as a fleeting business venture, but as a passion project years in the making. At first, the strategy worked brilliantly. Target stores prominently featured the line, and social media lit up with glowing reviews. Blake's radiant smile became the face of campaign after campaign, while promises of salon-quality results at an affordable price point fueled excitement. Influencers raved, consumers posted before and after shots, and sales soared. But the higher a beauty brand climbs, the closer the scrutiny becomes. As the hype grew, beauty influencers, bloggers, and ingredient analysts began dissecting the products, and soon, cracks started to show. In the beauty world, one rule stands above all: don't overpromise. While consumers expect a touch of fantasy, exaggerated claims can trigger skepticism fast. Critics began highlighting marketing language that sounded too good to be true, terms like 100% damage reversal, instant thickness, and overnight transformation. Screenshots of ads and packaging spread rapidly online. What had once been praised as transparent and authentic branding suddenly faced accusations of exaggeration. Social media debates intensified. Some fans defended Blake, calling the language harmless marketing enthusiasm. Others felt the line had crossed into misleading territory. The once shining example of celebrity credibility was now teetering on the edge of controversy. Even loyal customers began to question whether the products could live up to their bold promises. What began as a story of innovation and trust evolved into a cautionary tale about the razor-thin line between branding and overstatement in the beauty industry. Ultimately, Blake Lively's venture highlighted a hard truth. Even the most adored celebrity brands aren't immune to the weight of public expectation. In a world where transparency is everything, one overstated claim can blur the line between brilliance and backlash.
And we went into the audition, and he signed in, and then the casting director came out and said, "Blake?" And Eric said, "Yep, that's her." And I just thought I was gonna die. And she said, "We don't have you on our call sheet." And he said, "Oh," and he put his agency's name. And so I auditioned, and I didn't know what to say in that moment. I was 16, and my brother had just written my name on a piece of paper, and they were looking at me, so I walked in the room and did the audition.
Concerns began surfacing when promotional materials for Blake Lively's hair care line claimed the products could transform even the most damaged, bleached hair into runway-ready strands after just a few uses. For many, the promise sounded too good to be true. Yet for others, the association with Lively's famously flawless hair made the claim all the more enticing. Testimonials featured on the brand's official website only added to the buzz. Dozens of glowing reviews appeared to come from real users, praising the line's transformative results. But a few observant shoppers noticed something odd. Many reviews shared remarkably similar wording and tone, as if written by the same person or generated by a marketing team. The absence of small imperfections, mild critiques, or typical consumer feedback raised eyebrows. A group of online watchdogs soon took it upon themselves to investigate. They examined ingredient lists, fact-checked philanthropic claims, and compared marketing statements across platforms. Their findings suggested the line might have exaggerated its effectiveness, promising results far beyond what the products could realistically deliver. While every beauty brand engages in some degree of self-promotion, the real question became whether these claims crossed the line into deception. And as the conversation spread, what began as mild skepticism escalated into accusations of false advertising. Still, allegations alone wouldn't normally push a major retailer like Target to pull a celebrity product. However, insiders reportedly claimed that consumer complaints had surged, flooding customer service channels with refund requests, questions about misleading claims, and threats to report the brand to regulatory agencies. For a retailer, this kind of backlash signals serious risk, not just to sales, but to its reputation. Target, like most major retailers, enforces strict vetting protocols for celebrity-backed brands, carefully balancing star appeal against potential PR fallout. Sources alleged that an internal review was launched, focusing on marketing accuracy, product labeling, disclaimers, and even the authenticity of online testimonials. Any discrepancies found to violate consumer protection guidelines could justify decisive action, including the brand's quiet removal from shelves. The controversy underscores the fragile intersection between celebrity influence, consumer trust, and corporate accountability. What began as a promising launch, powered by a household name and aggressive marketing, has evolved into a cautionary tale about overpromising in the digital age. In the end, the story of Blake Lively's hair care brand serves as a sharp reminder. In the world of celebrity endorsements, credibility is just as vital as charisma. And in an era where consumers can fact-check everything, the line between hype and scandal can blur overnight.
making like, I don't know, juice with like, there was this like maple water on set, and I was like, oh, water tapped from a maple tree, this is exciting. But instead of just like handing him a plastic red cup that I was drinking out of, I like went and got the martini glass, a crystal glass, and like shook it up for him properly, because you can't hand that man a red cup.
No.
Like, and so he's like standing on a dock with like mud around, and he's holding a crystal martini glass. It was just juice. Yeah.
Large corporations often protect themselves from potential fallout by acting early, pulling products from shelves before small concerns evolve into lawsuits or full-blown PR crises. That may be exactly what, according to some speculation, happened with Blake Lively's hair care line at Target. The company has yet to release any official statement, leaving both fans and critics in a state of confusion and debate. Online, the conversation is sharply divided. Some social media users believe the removal signals a case of overpromising or deceptive marketing, while others argue the brand might simply be undergoing rebranding, repackaging, or a relaunch. In corporate circles, silence often indicates ongoing discussions between lawyers, brand representatives, and retailers, an effort to resolve internal issues before they reach the public eye. As whispers of a possible Target ban spread, digital chatter intensified. Fans who admired Blake for her effortless style, humor, and relatability rushed to her defense, posting personal stories about how the products improved their hair texture or scalp health. They dismissed the controversy as baseless, fueled by online negativity or competing celebrity brands. But skeptics were quick to respond. Beauty analysts and influencers dissected ingredient lists, pointing out that many of the brand's so-called rare botanicals were nearly identical to those found in cheaper, mass-market formulas. Reviewers began posting side-by-side comparisons and candid product tests. "I paid top dollar for a miracle in a bottle," one influencer remarked, holding up a half-used conditioner, "and all I got was greasy hair." Meanwhile, conspiracy theories flooded social media. Some accused Lively of using Hollywood influence to suppress negative reviews, while others claimed rival beauty brands orchestrated a smear campaign to push her out of the market. None of these claims were substantiated, but in the absence of official clarity, speculation spread rapidly, from grounded concerns to far-fetched narratives. The reaction underscores the fragile position celebrities occupy when converting fame into business ventures. A single controversy can trigger simultaneous battles across social media, the press, and corporate negotiations. Even brands that weather the initial storm can suffer lasting damage if consumer confidence erodes or marketing claims appear exaggerated. For Blake Lively, whose brand was built on authenticity, ethical sourcing, and aspirational glamour, the stakes are especially high. The central question now looms: are her products and her reputation strong enough to withstand the storm of scrutiny? In the volatile world of celebrity endorsements, perception often outweighs reality. And when the figure at the center remains silent, that silence can speak volumes, leaving fans, critics, and industry watchers to fill in the blanks, shaping a narrative that may define the brand's future long before any official word is spoken.
I think most actors' dream is to be able to do a period piece film, but I got to do an every period piece film because, this dates back to 1908 till now. So to explore the different decades, the fashion, the hair and makeup, and, just how women were treated in each of those different.
After weeks of speculation, Blake Lively finally addressed the growing controversy surrounding her hair care line through an official statement posted on her social media platforms. The message, polished and carefully worded, aimed to clarify customer confusion and restore confidence in the brand. Lively reiterated that her mission had always been to make professional quality hair care accessible to everyday consumers, but she neither confirmed nor denied reports of a Target ban. Instead, she cited ongoing distribution changes that might temporarily impact product availability. Acknowledging the marketing backlash, Lively attributed the confusion to overenthusiasm in describing the brand's benefits. She reaffirmed her commitment to ethically sourced ingredients and cruelty-free testing, calling these the cornerstones of her company's values. She also pledged to introduce clearer labeling, more transparent claims, and improved usage instructions to prevent further misunderstanding. However, critics were quick to note what the statement did not include. Lively avoided directly addressing allegations of fabricated or overly polished testimonials, and she stopped short of issuing an apology for potentially exaggerated marketing language. Instead, she framed the controversy as a learning experience, promising to collaborate closely with her development and marketing teams to ensure future messaging aligns more closely with realistic results. Reactions to her statement were divided. Supporters praised her for what they saw as a measured, sincere response consistent with her approachable image. Detractors, however, argued that the statement sidestepped key issues, particularly the rumored Target removal, and failed to provide concrete answers about the brand's future. At best, observers viewed the announcement as signaling an impending rebrand or refresh, though it remains unclear whether such a move will be enough to rebuild lost trust. Rebranding is no small feat, especially when confidence has been shaken among both consumers and major retail partners. While some fans remain optimistic that the line will soon reappear on Target shelves with updated packaging and moderated claims, others now see the situation as a cautionary tale about the risks of celebrity-backed ventures. In the meantime, select smaller retailers continue to carry the products, though their long-term commitment remains uncertain if larger partners hesitate to restock. Target itself has maintained its silence, a move typical for corporations navigating complex legal or contractual reviews. Ultimately, the controversy underscores the fragile balance of celebrity entrepreneurship, where trust, transparency, and perception can determine whether a brand thrives or becomes a warning for others.
A lot of it's my real-life clothes or my husband's clothes or my girlfriend Gigi's clothes. I was borrowing some...
Wait, that's kind of amazing. So you have something of Gigi's in the movie.
Yeah, it's like a wedding, like something old, something borrowed, something blue, something new.
Wait, which one? Now I want to think of the scene.
Oh, I'm wearing her stuff all over it.
Oh, really?
Tons of like Bodhi, which is with the suit now that I'm wearing is Bodhi. It was meant for my husband, but I borrowed it.
His suit?
It was meant for him to wear, but it's so pretty. Look at it. You guys are not getting it in the shot.
If discussions or negotiations are underway between Blake Lively's team and Target, they're almost certainly happening behind closed doors, leaving fans and industry observers in suspense. For now, the silence continues, a frustrating gap for those eager to understand what's next for the embattled hair care line. In the meantime, beauty forums and social media remain abuzz with theories, screenshots, and supposed receipts, each fueling the ongoing digital drama. Ironically, the same forces that once catapulted the brand to success, influencer hype, viral marketing, and celebrity allure, have now turned against it, underscoring how quickly public sentiment can shift in the age of instant feedback. When a brand overpromises or fails to address consumer concerns promptly, admiration can flip to outrage overnight. Once trust is shaken, rebuilding it becomes a daunting task. The lingering question remains: is Blake Lively's hair care line permanently gone from Target? The retailer's silence is deafening. And while Lively's own statement offered partial clarification, it left enough ambiguity to keep speculation alive. Some believe the line may soon return, repackaged, rebranded, and equipped with clearer claims. Others suspect it may quietly relaunch through smaller retailers, attempting to rebuild reputation away from mainstream scrutiny. In today's hyper-connected landscape, even minor allegations of misleading marketing can escalate into viral backlash, especially when a beloved celebrity is involved. Social media thrives on controversy, and what begins as consumer curiosity can swiftly become a PR crisis. While loyal fans may continue to champion Blake, broader consumer sentiment is often less forgiving. Public perception now plays as crucial a role as product quality in determining whether a celebrity-backed venture survives or fades away. This unfolding saga serves as a potent reminder of the fragile equilibrium between fame, marketing, and consumer trust. Regardless of star power or production value, credibility remains the true cornerstone of success. Whether Blake Lively's brand stages a high-profile comeback, with revised formulas, refined messaging, and renewed transparency, or gradually retreats from the spotlight remains uncertain. What is clear, however, is that this controversy has become a defining case study in the risks of modern celebrity branding. In the beauty industry's relentless spotlight, glamour alone is never enough. To endure, even the most star-studded brands must balance aspiration with authenticity, because in the court of public opinion, trust and transparency will always outshine sparkle.